In this video, we're looking at a situation where a student has a problem to solve. Notice here we have a linear equation, and it says, what is the solution to 4x minus 3 plus 19 is equal to 8 2x plus 3 plus 7. So we have this right here. It has three answer choices, and they might run into something like this on a star or in a quiz you give them. And let's say in the moment they forget numerical solve. It just leaves them, right? So they forgot how to get to numerical solve. They forgot how to solve these with graphing, and they don't feel comfortable solving using inverse operations. So there is one more thing that they can do if they're given multiple choice, and we call it guess and check in mathematics. And so what I'm going to focus on right now is how do we do guess and check with this calculator using the true false feature. And it works really well. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is just another tool. So they have another option in case they have a multiple choice question to solve linear equations, and or any kind of equation for that matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in this entire equation into my calculator. And the first time that I show it to them, I do it exactly as you see me doing it. I tell the students type everything in, including your variable, into the calculator. So I got 4 parenthesis x minus 3 close parenthesis, and then I have plus 19 is equal to 8 parenthesis 2x plus 3 close parenthesis plus 7. So notice I got in my calculator exactly what I have here on this quiz that I give my students. And now that they've got that quiz, what I tell them is go ahead and go back and change the x's. Now the reason I have them go through this trouble of writing it with it in there and then putting parentheses around the x and changing it is this really gets them in the habit of understanding that every time they replace a variable with a number, they need to put it in parentheses. And because it does have an effect when you have a negative integer. So I'm going to erase the x now, and I'm going to put in negative 2, which is the first answer choice that I have. And then I would tell them, now you go ahead and go to the next x, and you do the same thing. We are going to replace it with a negative 2 as well. And once again, this is really just substitution. But when I put it all into my calculator like this, even outside of numerical solve and hit enter, if it says true, it's the correct answer. And if it says false, it's the wrong answer. Notice in this case it said that it's true, and that's because this is the correct answer. A is the correct answer here. Now, if they remembered how to use numerical solve right, they could have just went in here and said 4x minus 3 close parenthesis plus 19 is equal to 8 parenthesis 2x plus 3 close parenthesis plus 7, and then do comma x. And they would have said that it was negative 2. But in a moment, if they forget about insolve, and they will forget, I've had several students where they go, Mr. H, during a test, they say, Mr. H, could you show me how to use insolve again? And I tell them, no, this is test time. Just do the best that you can. And after that, I've seen them and they'll go back and remember that there's a guess and check method, and some of them will resort to this particular method and see if it says true for the answer.